Welcome to On Air with Russell of Hotels, where we talk about everything hospitality, from hotels to influencers and everything in between. We will feature guest interviews with hospitality professionals who will share their experiences. Your host, Russell Edmond, has spent over 25 years in the hospitality industry, beginning his career with Marriott International in hotel operations, before moving into the sales arena and becoming a relationship-building director of sales and marketing. Russell then went to the other side as a hospitality entrepreneur. He now consults in the hotel and meeting space, which includes being the CEO of Russell of Hotels Group. Did I mention he was a veggie foodie? Yes, Russell is always looking for good non-meat eats. Please welcome your host, Russell Edmond.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels, live hospitality talk show. I do appreciate you joining in and, just taking a couple, an hour out of your day just to kind of listen to me and see what the heck I'm talking about. But no, thank you so much. Today is, like the thing says, I don't know what show it is today. It's show number 133. You know what? I always go back to show number 133, 133 shows that I've actually done, and it's just mind boggling to me, but I'm just blessed that I'm able to do it. And I have a good time doing it, and I love doing it. Right. So I get excited when it's almost 1:00 on Tuesday. OK. And I'm like, wow, I get to do the show today. I get to talk. But anyway, I talk, on other stuff, through the week. But this show has it's like your baby, right? So it's like something that you started as in the infant stages and kind of grew to something else, right? So something that's not even recognized at this point, right? So I have to pinch myself, every now and then. Ow. So, but anyway, today's Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. And thank you so much. We're live from LA. Although it says Hollywood in the back, you know what? I love this Hollywood backdrop. We're only minutes from Hollywood. So, entertainment is all about Hollywood, right? So, of course, I love the backdrop. I'm actually, that photo is from rooftop of the Godfrey Hotel, Hollywood's newest hotel. Okay, so you know what? I'm a sucker for beautiful views, so I just have to use it. So I'm gonna use it from now on, I think. So there you go. But once again, thank you so much for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. I welcome your comments. I'm looking to see if I have any comments or anything like that. And right now, no comments, but that's okay. They'll come because this is interactive, right? So we want people to join the conversation, ask questions if you have them. Make comments. If, like I said, at the worst, you're going to get a shout out. So I appreciate the interaction that people do give me. Lonnie Wolf is in the house again. So thank you so much, Lonnie, for joining. Let me put my phone so I don't have to actually keep looking down. So good afternoon, all. Lonnie Wolf, thank you so much. He's from Florida. Ellen Red, greetings from Vegas. Are you there for IMAX or are you just there in Vegas? Okay, what is it? You live in Vegas? You're there doing business in Vegas? What do you do? What's your story, Ellen? Because I need to know. Ellen Red. So, but thank you so much for joining. And let's see. What do I need to do now? I need to do my storyboard here. Click. Okay, On Air with Russell of Hotels, show number 133. I think I did say that. Hashtag Hospitality Unplugged, which means we talk about, you live there. Okay, very good. All right. I like Vegas. Vegas is cool. I'd considered, maybe for like a split second, considered moving there, but it's too hot. I'm from the desert, right? So I want to get away from the desert. I'm actually grew up in a town that's maybe about 2.5 hours from Vegas. It's called Blythe, California, which is on the border of Arizona. So, but yeah, it lasted about 30 seconds. Like Vegas, heat. No, I don't think so. That's not for me. But anyway, hashtag Hospitality Unplugged, which means we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of the hospitality industry. Most of it's good, of course, but every now and then we come up with some crap and we got to deal with it. As managers dealing with employees, dealing with guests. I mean, there's always some stuff going on, right? But we love the industry. I got 25 years into it and just love that industry and just had a passion for it. And now it's time to give back, right? So she said she came from the Rocky Mountains and had frostbite as a child. So I welcome the warmth. Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense. If you grew up in cold weather, then yeah, I guess Vegas is probably the place you want to be. I grew up in hot weather. LA is, in the middle somewhere, like 72 degrees. It's like 70 degrees here today. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees by the end of the week, the Rocky Mountains. Okay, you said the Rocky Mountains. Okay. And why didn't I pick that up? I should have picked that up. Like, okay, the Rocky Mountains, like Colorado, that's where you're from. Okay, so she's from the Rocky Mountains, Ellen is. So, but I can't remember what I was saying. But anyway, hashtag hospitality unplugged. Like good, the bad, the ugly of the hospitality industry. Although we like to think it's all peaches and cream, but it's not. Every now and then you get challenged on certain things, but it's still fun though. So we had a good time and we continue to have a good time. Yes, California weather is nice. Politics suck there. Okay, all right. We're not getting into all that. Okay, but I appreciate you joining. And anyway, hashtag, like I said, I lost my train of thought now. So you see what happens when you get involved in certain things. But show number 133, marketing disruptor of the status quo. Starting this show was being a marketing disruptor. Okay, because I was used to kind of doing things like everyone else was doing. Don't rock the marketing boat, if you will. But then I started with my own brand. I said, well, I need people to know what the heck I'm doing or know who the hell Russell of Hotels is. So what did I do? I said, you know what? I'm going to start a podcast or a hospitality talk show. And that's what I did. So I made that happen. And, and that's where the marketing disruptor of the status quo, because everyone's just doing whatever they do. They're doing the same things they were doing. Not everybody, but some people are doing the same things and they think you're going to get the same results if you continue to do the same thing. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get out of my comfort zone and start this darn podcast and radio show. And that's what I did. And there you go. That's what in fact, let me show you something real quick. This is like a bird's eye view of the behind the scenes with Russell of Hotels. Okay. This is what it looks like. Okay. So this is because you can't see all this stuff, right? So this is the Rodecaster. This right here is my iPad that I have my notes on. And of course, this right here is my laptop, with the cameras on there as well. And, I have my mouse over here. So I'm controlling everything with that. So you can see that now, right? So I just wanted to, because I got this new camera and I said, you know what, let me try this out. Let me just kind of do a bird's eye view of kind of behind the scenes. And as you can see, you see the green screen in back of me. Okay. So you see that's the green screen. Okay. So, people in Hollywood, they won't tell you how the magic really works. Right. Well, that's a green screen. Right. So I put that up and then poof, I can have my backdrop, whatever the backdrop wants to be, whatever I want it to be. I can have a video going if I wanted to, but I prefer the Hollywood Hills and the Hollywood sign. So it's the most iconic thing, almost one of the most iconic names or symbols or whatever in the world, right? Everyone knows Hollywood. Everybody wants to know Hollywood. So what? Russell of Hotels in Hollywood, they're synonymous, right? So because Russell of Hotels is worldwide, just like Hollywood is worldwide. So there you go. So I think that's why I'm choosing that Hollywood backdrop. So there you go. So industry news. Can we get into industry news now? First of all, I want to welcome, well, let me wait to get to that part because it's exciting, okay? And I missed it, but it's so exciting, but I'll tell you about it. So 2021 Hospitality Power Index, 50 most influential hospitality leaders. That was voted on or selected by the International Hospitality Institute. Russell L. Edmond, moi, is one of those. So thank you so much for whoever voted for those 50 most influential hospitality leaders. I do not take that kindly. In fact, every show I mention that because I'm proud of that and proud of what I've done. And, but it's all because of people that listen to the show or watch the show, right? I mean, people make good comments or whatever. So I do appreciate that. So being noticed, paid off, right? So I always tell people, get on and do what you need to do to get noticed, to stay relevant. And that's what I try to do. Try to stay relevant within this space, the hospitality space, the marketing space, the digital marketing space, all that kind of stuff. So the social media space. So that played a big part in this distinction, if you will. Okay. So I think I mentioned this last week, but Airbnb made $834 million in revenue for the third quarter, 2021. I did mention that. And then more workers working remote equals longer stays at Airbnbs. Long-term stays are 28 days or more, which account for 20% of their business, which is huge, right? Does that take away from the hotel industry? I'm sure it does somewhat, right? Because people want wide open spaces. People don't want to be, if you're with your family, you can maybe more space like in a home instead of a hotel, things like that. I mean, I'm sure it's taking a dent out of what's going on in hotels, but how significant is that? I don't know. But when I get those stats, I will let you know. And, but anyway, enough of that. IMAX. Okay. So I want to say hello, shout out to all the people that attended IMAX. Now IMAX is in Las Vegas. That's why I asked Ellen, I said, was she there for IMAX? Because IMAX is this big international trade show, networking and trade show for the hospitality industry, right? It's the biggest of the year coming out of COVID, right? So there's probably, I think at last count I saw, maybe 12,000 people that were there. So it's jump starting, the industry, the meetings industry, everyone from, I'm not sure how represented it is, but I'm saying 12,000 people. I mean, that's huge, right? So there's people from all over the globe at IMAX. I've been to it 2 or 3 times already. I missed this year. I was actually working on a project and I was actually supposed to be there today, but I'm not. I'm here, right? So I'm still in LA and not going because I was working on this project that wasn't due to be finished until tomorrow. So I can't be in Vegas at IMAX and be here finishing this project, right? So in fact, the project is in Hollywood. So boom, there you go. So I have to finish that project tomorrow, and then there you go. But IMAX is today, and I believe it's tomorrow as well, finishing up on Thursday. But shout out to everybody. My girl Cheryl's there. We were supposed to do a live from there. She was going to be on the floor of the trade show floor, and we were going to do a live on Instagram. So hopefully we do get a chance to do that sometime today or maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure if she has appointments tomorrow, but that would be kind of cool though. But I do miss it. Oh, Marie Corey is there too. My girl Marie Corey, who's a meeting planner as well. She is there. She actually sent me a direct message saying, why aren't you here? What is the reason you're not here? So I had to tell her I was working on a project. That's why I'm not there, but I'm there in spirit, right? So, but just a shout out to everyone that's there. I do miss it. I do miss the people, the networking opportunities and all that kind of stuff. But duty calls sometimes, and duty call for me. So that's why I'm here. LA, Los Angeles COVID mandates to enter restaurants or any entertainment venues. You have to have, okay, let me start this again. LA, Los Angeles, they mandate the COVID. In order for you to enter a restaurant or entertainment venue, you have to show proof of vaccination or a negative test. What is that? A negative COVID test within 72 hours of visiting that establishment. So, excuse me 1 second while I take a drink of water. So that just came out yesterday, I believe. So if you want to go to these establishments, you have to either have your vaccination card or you have to show that you have been, you have a negative test within the last 72 hours or 72 hours prior to you attending the function at that establishment or entering that establishment. So that's what's going on. I don't know how it's going so far, but that just came out yesterday. But hey, travel ban was also lifted yesterday, the travel ban. So people from around the world can start coming back to the States. Visitors must show proof of vaccination, though. I mean, those are things that they have to do. And of course, airlines reporting a jump in booking. So people are just raring to get out and make things happen. Go visit here. I need to go to the States. I need to go to Europe. I need to go wherever. So, hey, tourism is a big thing for Southern Cal, especially, or California, or for all the United States. But, California, I'm in California. So, okay. So, we're concerned about the tourism, those tourism dollars coming back. So there you go. So that's what's going on here. Any more comments or anything? Nope, I don't see any more. Okay, we'll continue on. Let's see what else. I have a couple of shout outs. A shout out to Long Beach CVB, that Convention and Visitors Bureau. They got the 2021 Stella Award for the best CVB in the Far West. Okay, so we're the Far West, right? So the West Coast is the best coast, right? That's what they say, right? So I don't know if you guys know what that means, right? West Coast, hey, West Coast. So congratulations to them. I'm actually kind of fond of the Long Beach CVB. I mean, I've always been a big supporter of them. They do it right? I mean, they post things, they put things out. They're not afraid to talk about the city. They're not afraid to put things out, what they're doing. So that's what I like about them. And I've actually done functions in Long Beach, attended functions in Long Beach, put together a concert in Long Beach, a gospel concert a couple years ago. So, you know what? Like I said, they're always professional. They always do, whatever you need. They go above and beyond. They're automated. Technology is not, they're not afraid of technology. They understand it. Okay. And they put it first and foremost over everything. So that's good. Right. So they evolve. Okay. So that's what you want. You want a bureau that's evolving. You want a bureau that takes care of business. You want a sounding board for the hotels or for the tourism community. And Long Beach CVB has always done a great job with that. So congratulations to that. I actually voted for them, right? So you get these things from the Stellar Awards, or I don't even know how I'm on that thing. But anyway, it's given by North Star Meetings Group. So maybe because I've attended North Star meetings or whatever, so I get a proxy, if you will, to vote for who I think is the best whatever. And I always vote for Long Beach because I know how well, how they do a great job. And Steve Goodling is the CEO there. So I used to work for Steve Goodling back in the day. When I mean work for him, he was a VP for Marriott, not work directly to him, but because he was a VP and I'm, was a manager at a hotel, then, I worked for him because he was a VP. I was under him. So there you go. Not directly, but kind of indirectly, but have a great deal of respect for Steve Goodling. So congratulations to Steve and his team in Long Beach. So there you go. Peace. Okay, what else? There's nothing there. What is this? Increase social media engagement. I always talk about this, right? So there's a lot of things that I talk about all the time because I think it's important. And I think we just missed the boat on a lot of things, especially if we're trying to be noticed. You got people all over the world doing dance videos, TikTok videos, silly videos, and we're just like, oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, what about the stuff for our brand? Okay, are we doing the same with the same enthusiasm that we do for the videos, the dancing and all that? Are we doing the same things for our brand? We need to be. Okay, I know I beat a dead horse when it comes to that, but I think that's muy importante. So you guys need to pay attention to that and, make sure you're doing the right thing for your brand. If that's your personal brand because you're on your own business, or if that's the brand that you work for. Okay, so we need to make sure we're doing that. So increase social media engagement. How do you do that? I always use Reels as an example. So I use Instagram Reels, which you can do a video with music, and it tends to it gets more engagement, okay, when I do put the music, when I do reels, and like I said, you can do a video and you can add music. You get so much more engagement, and it's ridiculous. The hashtags, remember the hashtags? Like people were on Instagram were doing, 30 hashtags and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's not working anymore. That actually goes against you now. So you want to limit your hashtags from 3 to 5. 3, not 30. 1, 2, 3 to 5. Okay, so the days of 30 hashtags, 21 and up is over. Okay, so and as I get these updates, because I know everyone's not up on Instagram or up on the social media, what's going on in social media and what hashtags are acceptable and stuff like that. So that's why I bring this stuff to you, right? That's what I do. That's what my job is, to make sure you know that kind of stuff. So Instagram Reels, 3 to 5 hashtags. Okay. You can also do, YouTube has a thing called YouTube Shorts. Okay. Which is kind of similar to that. You can add music as well, or you can do TikTok videos. Okay. You can do, Facebook has, their own version of, Reels as well now. And like I said, TikTok videos, I mean, you can get a lot of traction on that as well. I have a TikTok account and I occasionally do videos too. They're not silly. I'm not dancing and all that stuff, but the same videos that I would post on Instagram, I would post those on TikTok. And TikTok has its music selection as well. And these are, up-to-date music. I mean, just snippets of, a couple bars of songs or whatever. You can use those to do those videos or whatever. So, or use your own music. But I just think it's a good way if you want to be noticed. Reels is the best way to do it. Reels, like I said, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Facebook. You can do Twitter too if you like. You know what? I haven't been getting a lot of engagement in Twitter anymore. I don't know what's going on with that platform or whatever. I don't know if it's me or what I'm doing or lack of what I'm doing, but I don't get a lot of engagement at all from from Twitter. And it used to be my platform of choice. But now I'm like, the heck with them. I'll use Instagram or anyone else other than that, right? So, but anyway. And you can also do videos on LinkedIn. I mean, people think LinkedIn is for business, right? So I would limit those things to business-related things. I mean, I put things up on LinkedIn, videos of hotels that I go to and things like that. So, and please forgive me because I'm just now hearing it. There's some sawing going on in the background because I am having some work done at the house, and he's sawing something. I don't know. But so you can hear something in the background. So that is me. So I do forgive. I mean, please forgive me for that. Okay. So I'll try to mute my mic when I can. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay. So when you use the Reels for engagement, you can use it for different things. Did you go back to work? And you want to be noticed, create some content, right? You can use Reels to create content. You can do videos. You can do live videos. Hey, I'm Russell Edmond. I just started working here at blah, blah, blah hotel. As you can see, the view is beautiful here. Come see me and come check out the views. And we have 2 rooftop bars too. I mean, those are things that you can do that a lot of people aren't doing, right? So get your brand out there. Don't be afraid to, expose yourself, right? And this is expose yourself in a good way, right? So don't be afraid to let people see the real side of you, right? The authentic side. And everybody's saying, well, your authentic self, whatever that means, the real person. I mean, this is my authentic self, if that's how you want to say it. This is me, right? So I'm just sorry it took so long for me to expose the real me, right, on social media. So for people that are afraid to do it, just do it. Just make it happen. I mean, social media has made things, even the playing field. Okay. So the opportunities for you to show up and to make yourself noticed or keep yourself relevant are there. And if we don't do it, then shame on us. Right. I mean, it's our own fault if we're not staying relevant, if our hotels, people don't know our hotels exist, right? Especially now, right? Because of COVID, we're coming out of this COVID, right? And quite frankly, people have forgotten about your hotels. Okay. I don't know if you know that, but people have forgotten about you and your hotels. So unless you're doing something that I'm just looking at my phone to see if I'm missing anything. No, I guess not. So, I mean, people need to utilize the tools that are there for them because people will forget about you. That's just it. That's just it. And I can't say that anymore. So make sure we're creating content and putting stuff out. Okay. Whatever social media platform you want to use, just use it. Just do it. Like Nike says, just do it. Just do it. Okay. Let's see. Use social media consistently to get your message out. Whatever your product or service is, stay relevant, and it should be a huge part of your marketing strategy. So if social media, say we're now, I'm sure most hotels, they've either started or they've finished their marketing plan for the year. If social media is not part of your marketing strategy, you need to go back and add that. Because I don't care what you are, 2-star, a 2-diamond, 3-diamond, 4-diamond, 5-diamond, whatever, you need to make sure you add a strategy for social media. Okay. And if you need a strategy, call me. Russell at russellofhotels.com is my email address. So I'm here to assist. Okay. So let me know. I'm just waiting for somebody to just take me up on it. Okay. No one takes me up on it. So, but anyway, let's see who's hiring. Boom. Who's hiring? Okay. Let me see. Now, these jobs, for the most part, are in the greater Los Angeles area, although I think there is one in San Jose. I don't know where I got that one from, but it was on H Careers or Indeed. So there you go. So who's hiring? Hyatt House, USC Medical Center. They're looking for a director of sales and marketing. Once again, that was a Hyatt House, USC Medical Center. That's a brand new property, maybe year and a half old, maybe something like that. Nice property. Love it. Been there. The Hilton LAX, they're looking for a director of sales and marketing as well. And that's what, 1,100 rooms the Hilton has. It's at LAX right there on Century Boulevard. Let's see. Senior catering sales and senior sales manager. Those are two different positions. The Hayes Mansion, which is a curio collection by Hilton, they're looking for that. So the Hayes Mansion, a curio collection by Hilton, they're looking for a senior catering sales manager and a senior sales manager. So one is catering sales, one is room sales. Okay, so that's two different positions. And that is Hayes Mansion is in San Jose. So San Jose, California, up north, not too far from San Francisco, maybe, I don't know, a little bit less than an hour from there. So if you're interested in that, those are on H Careers, as well as the Hyatt Regency LAX. They're looking for a director of revenue optimization. Okay, so they're looking for a director of revenue management. Okay, so UCLA, they're looking for a director, hospitality sales and marketing. Now, this is a huge position, right? You're over all their the Luskin Center, the resort that they have at Lake Arrowhead, the housing on campus, the graduate housing, the undergraduate housing. You're over all of that, because when the summer is there, most students leave, so they need you to fill up those rooms, right? So they need you to have a team of people to fill up those rooms for camps, day camps, overnight camps, basketball camps, sports camps. That's what UCLA does, right? So they do $75 million in sales, okay, and they have a budget of $15 million to get all this stuff done, right? So if you're interested in that, now this is a huge position, okay? This is not just some BS, okay? UCLA Director, Hospitality Sales and Marketing, okay? So that's on Indeed.com. So check that out if you're interested in that position. Tell them Russell of Hotels sent you. And then the Shade Hotel, Manhattan Beach, Shade Hotel in Manhattan Beach, they're looking for a general manager. That's on Indeed as well. So good luck. Okay. Good luck on all those positions if you're interested. Non-meat eats. Now, I've been on this. Now, okay, back up. Now, you guys know I'm all about the non-meat eats, meaning I don't eat meat. Vegan-like. Okay. I'm not completely vegan because I have the vegan. I eat like a vegan, but as far as everything else, like wearing, non-leather shoes and leather belts and all that stuff, I'm not there yet. Okay. So as far as my diet is concerned, I'm 100% plant-based. And so I'm 100% vegan. But because I haven't adapted to the other things, I can't call myself vegan. Okay. But I can definitely call myself 100% plant-based eater. Okay. So, and now I'm on this thing with Honeybee Burgers. Okay. I mentioned this last week. They have a Nashville hot chicken sandwich that is fire. When I mean it's fire, is literally and figuratively, right? So it's good, it's delicious, it's delish, it's hot, meaning it's spicy. So, and I love spicy, right? So and you wouldn't believe that it wasn't real chicken. Okay. So Honeybee Burger, this one is on North La Brea here in Los Angeles, 100% vegan, Nashville hot chicken sandwich. And you can have a burger, which is, you can have your choice of Beyond Meat or Impossible Meat. And they have this burrito that I have to try. I haven't tried yet. So I tried the chicken, I tried the burgers, and now I got to do this burrito, Rito. Okay, so I got to try that. And they have vegan shakes too. So I got 2 more things I got to try. And then, of course, maybe I get off that Honeybee Burger kick. But I think it's the real deal. I would have to say, it's the vegan In-N-Out. I mean, for the burgers, it's the vegan In-N-Out. I mean, I have to say that. Can I say that? Well, I did. Okay, so there you go. So if you're looking for a vegan In-N-Out type burger, go to Honeybee Burger on La Brea in LA and tell them Russell of Hotels sent you, because he's all about the non-meat eats. Hotels, are we being consistent with our messaging? So meaning, are we, whatever our protocols are we letting people know what our protocols are? Has to be on your website. And then, because you want to make sure that it's consistent with real life. Okay. So if it's on your website and you go to the hotel and the same things that you're putting on your website is not reality, then that's going to piss some people off. Okay. I mean, that's all it comes down to, right? So if it says we're wearing masks, we adhere to the social distancing rules and we're wearing masks when we check in and all this kind of stuff. Well, and then I actually go to your hotel and see that no one's wearing a mask. Well, then I got a problem, right? So just make sure that's happening. Okay. So that's what I mean by that. Robin Moncrief, looking forward to Tabitha Brown, Kale, My Name Vegan Restaurant. Yeah, I did hear about that. Yes, I did see that. I'm looking forward to that as well. Did she open one up in Chicago already, I think? For people that don't know, Tabitha Brown is, she's an actor, right? But she's bigger on TikTok and what is it, the other one? Maybe it's just TikTok and Instagram, right? So she's an actor she's actually on the show on, is it HBO or Stars? I can't remember the name of the show, but she became famous for TikTok, right? Because she's vegan. Okay. So she's doing all these vegan things. So she's basically regular stuff, like regular food, she's turning into vegan food, right? So she made it huge. She had like 3 million followers or whatever on TikTok and probably on Instagram as well. And she's a huge influencer when it comes to vegan food. Okay, well, check this out. She's so big, right, that when it came down to her, auditioning for this role that she has on, what is it called? Power. Okay. And I know I'm doing some side. I'm getting away from whatever, but she mentioned it, so I'm going to talk about it. Okay. It's my show. I can do that. So just bear with me. So, and this is the power of social media. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. So this Tabitha Brown was so big on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, but Instagram and TikTok. She had, like I said, over 3 million followers for each one of those platforms. Okay. She's on the Shy. Okay. What did I say? Power? Okay. It's the Shy's version, Chicago's version of Power. Okay. So she's on the Shy. Okay. This show, I think, is on either Stars or HBO, one of those. Okay. It's on cable, right? So she has a role on the Shy. So when it came down to them picking the actress to play this role, They looked at how many followers she had on social media, because followers equal viewers, right? And who else would they give it to? Because you look at some of these actors don't have 3 million followers. I mean, the big top ones do, but people that say around where she is, or maybe a little higher, lower, she has like 3 million, right? So I'm like, who would they give the thing to? Who would they give the role to? So they ended up giving it to her. And I guarantee you it's because of her social media engagement. People knew her from her veganism, or her pushing her vegan agenda and making food look delicious that people didn't think was delicious. I mean, she even convinced me, although I was already there, but I've adopted some of the stuff that I follow her on Instagram, and she makes things, and I buy some of that stuff too, or I make it or whatever. So Tabitha Brown, you know what? That's just a salute to you. And that just tells you how social media, how much power social media is. Okay. It had nothing to do with, well, I'm sure she's a great actor. Okay. Don't get me wrong. But when it came down to this actor and that actor, okay, which one can I get more from? Okay. This one has 3 million followers. This one got 1,500. Well, which one am I going to choose? Okay. Which one? So congratulations to you, Tabitha Brown. So, but thank you, Miss Robin Moncrief, for sharing that with me, because, I go off on tangents in a minute, but it makes sense, because it's the whole social media piece that I've been trying to drill into people since I started this show, and they don't think it works, or they're not big proponents of it. And that's why I'm a proponent of it, because I can share stories like that all day long. And I can talk about my own brand, where my brand would not be as strong as it is if it wasn't for social media. No way around it. Okay. Done. Okay. There's no way around it. So just use that and make it happen. Okay. Don't be afraid. I mean, I'm sitting here showing you my behind the scenes, right? I'm showing you everything behind the scenes of what's going on here. I'm showing you my green screen. And the reason why I'm showing you this, because it's that easy to get started in this stuff. Okay. You don't have to have a bunch of stuff. I didn't start off with all this, right? I grew to a new laptop. I grew to the Rodecaster Pro. And I had this iPad here. Those are my notes right there, right? You see all these wires and crap? I mean, this is my studio. It's about 2 feet by 2 feet. Okay. That's what this is. Okay. But I'm not afraid to share. Do you see the microphone boom right here too? That's right in my face. So you can't see all that stuff, right? All you see is right here. You see the backdrop and all that. You're like, oh, Russell's in Hollywood Hills. Yeah, right. Russell's in his family room, a little section of his family room, making this thing happen. So you can do it, is what I'm saying. Anyone can do it. If I can do it, if I figured out the game, you guys can do it too, right? And like I said, I don't compete with I say this all the time. I don't compete with other shows or podcasts, whatever. I compete with me. I'm trying to make the best product I can make. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. So boom, there you go. So, but the power of social media is real. Okay. It's real. Contact information. You know what? I forgot. I'm missing stuff. I'm talking so much, Robin got me all discombobulated and everything. I'm mentioning power, and she said, no, it's the shy. And no, anyway, thank you so much, Robin. I do appreciate that. Robin has her own podcast, Don't Look Under the Bed. That's the name of her podcast. So check it out. Her and her partner, I want to say Nikki, and I think that I'm right. Robin and Nikki, the Don't Look Under the Bed. Okay. So that's the name of the podcast. Check it out. You'll be glad you did. Okay. So there you go. So what do I do? What's my thing? Okay. That's what that means. What is it right here? What's my thing? In a noisy digital space, I keep your brand noticed. That's what it is. Okay. That's what I do. So social media wise, I'm talking about all this social media stuff. So my job is to keep your brand noticed in the noisy digital space, because it is a lot of noise that goes on in social media. And if you can't distinguish yourself from your competition or from other people, then why are they going to look at you, or why are they going to use your services? Why are they going to use your brand or whatever? So that's where the TikTok videos come in. And that's where the what do you call it? The the IG reels, and you got to be creative on that stuff, right? So I'm going to show you one in a minute. You just got to be creative on what you're doing to get people to notice it. Okay. And social media is the best way to do it. How else would you do it? How else would you be noticed? You can only go to, and I'm speaking of like hospitality people, hotel people, you can only go to so many trade shows, okay, because it becomes expensive, right? And you don't see everybody anyway, right? So people are at IMAX right now in Vegas, right, which is a great show. 13,000 people or 12,000 people there today, right, or for this show. You think you're going to meet all 12,000 people? No, you're not. But how you're more likely to social media to at least people to see you, okay? Because once you put things on social media, it stays there, okay? Unless there's what do you call the thing that goes away in 24 hours or whatever. But all the stuff that I put out, it stays there. You can go back and look, 2 years ago when I first started the show, okay, show number 1, okay, it's still there, okay? So that's what I'm saying. So those things are still there. You can see people. I still get comments from, shows past, like, okay, likes or, oh, this was a great show. Oh, that was a great topic. Thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. People call me. Hey, I need you to help me with this. Can you help me with that? Yeah, of course. That's what I'm here to do. So that's what I do. So in a noisy digital space. So I always say the elevator pitches are a thing of the past, but anyway, this would be my elevator pitch if that's what you want to call it. So what do you do? Hey, what do you do? You're that Russell guy, right? Russell of hotels. What the heck do you do? Well, in a noisy digital space, I keep your brand notice. What does that mean? No one's going to say, oh, okay. Oh, cool. And then keep it moving, right? No one's going to do that. They're going to ask you. They're going to get engaged. Okay, then that's when you can throw in the social media piece. This is what I do, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. All right, now I can, you have a card on you? Whatever. I mean, that's how it tends to go. Okay. People want to know more. And that's what you want to do. You want to leave them wanting more, asking you more questions. Okay. Because if I just said, I do digital marketing. Oh, okay. What's that? Like the social media stuff? What do you mean digital marketing? They may say that, right? But it will be a brief conversation because people have heard of that before, right? But for someone to say in a noisy digital space, I keep your brand notice. Okay. I like that. So anyway, so that's one thing that I do. Next thing, hotel site selection, companies, organization, individuals, whatever, who need help with pairing the group with a hotel. My job is to find the right or the suitable hotel within their budget, for, whatever the function is, a conference, a convention. It can be corporate. It can be association. It can be a family reunion, which is social. It doesn't matter. I'm here to assist, right? Contract negotiation, pricing negotiation. I do all that stuff, right? So that's why I should be at IMAX, because I actually have programs that I'm trying to find destinations for. Okay, so the client tells me the destination, and my job is to find the hotel. Okay, they don't do it the other way around. They don't say, "Hey, I want a hotel," and you find me the destination. No. The hotel's a byproduct of the destination, right? So you need a destination before you can select the hotel. So that's my job. And then, of course, I'm a show host, okay? One of the top 25 international hotel podcasts, On Air with Russell of Hotels. That's one of the top 25 in the world. That international means worldwide, just in case you didn't know. International right there, that means worldwide. So yeah, Russell, we reach it. We out there, okay? We be doing the most. You guys ever heard that before? Doing the most, that means you just doing everything, okay? That's just you doing anything and everything, okay? That's what that means, okay? So, what else? Woo, boy. So sponsorships, you can just think this sponsorship, okay? I have this video that I'm gonna show you, and before I get to that, I have to give you a disclaimer. This video has no music, okay? So for the people, and hopefully I'll be able to edit this, to put stuff together so they don't hear the gap of just silence. So the people that are watching will be able to see the video, but the video has no music, because I'm tired of putting, I don't own the rights to this song, right? And getting in trouble. So this one had actually no music at all, and you won't be able to hear me as well. So there will be, like I said, the people that are listening live, there will be a gap in the sound for about 30 seconds. So I have to give that disclaimer before I get to that point. But this is about the sponsorship part. But what you can see now, you see a backdrop, right? A Hollywood sign. Just imagine your hotel is the backdrop for my show. Okay, so I'm promoting Hollywood right now, right? I mean, it's been on for an hour, almost an hour, right? So what are you thinking? You go to LA and where you want to go? I want to go to Hollywood. It's like this subliminal thing, right? Because it gets ingrained in your head. So just imagine it said, XYZ Hotel, and that XYZ Hotel is in somewhere in LA, right? Well, what are you going to think? You're going to think, well, I'm going to LA and I want to stay at that XYZ Hotel. So just imagine your hotel being on the backdrop, my backdrop, for an hour. Okay, an hour for the show, a live show, right? But it still stays there forever. Okay, because these people go back and watch this. I don't get a lot of people that are watching live, but I get a lot of people that will continue to watch it later on, right? So it can go from several hundred to I think between 5,000 and 8,000 views. Okay, so which is huge, right? Because a lot of people don't even get that, right? I've gotten as many as 10,000 views. Okay, and this is just on LinkedIn. Okay, and I'm not talking about the other platforms that I put it on. So when I mentioned sponsorships, that's similar to what a sponsorship would be. During the show, and I'm talking about your hotel as we're going through the show, as I'm going through my agenda, because I mentioned Hollywood probably 20 times since I've been on here. And once again, like I said, the Hollywood sign is there, the most iconic sign in the world. So just think your hotel is in the backdrop. So that would be a sponsorship. And I'm going to share this video with you. Remember, there's no sound, and it's going to be about 30 seconds, and then I'll come back. Okay, so just check this out. This is just a video that I've done for a hotel, and you may be interested in a video like that. So here we go. So that was the Godfrey Hotel, in case you did not see, Hollywood's newest hotel, right? So just opened maybe in the last 2 months, I guess. And I was there maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and loved the hotel. And then see, that's the sponsorship, right? So now I'm talking about the hotel, right? So 2 rooftop bars. They have a bar downstairs in the lobby as well, because they have a restaurant down there as well. Rooms are great, and you saw the rooms, you saw the kind of the lobby area, lobby space or whatever. But just a beautiful hotel, right? So who wouldn't want to be on air with Russell Hotels, because he's showing your hotels. He's showing, what people can see or partake in or hang out at or take a drink of, and while I'm there, rooftop bar. I mean, there's a lot of hotels that have rooftop bars, but how many got 2 of them? Okay, I don't know. But anyway, so I just thought I'd share that. So if you guys interested, check out that hotel. So, but as far as sponsorship is concerned, russell@russellofhotels.com. That is my email and the best way to get a hold of me. So there you go. Boom. There you go. See? Hey. Russell of Hotels. There you go. So that's the best way to get a hold of me. Boy, I'm hungry. Maybe that's why I'm acting like this. I'm hungry. I had eaten all day. Well, I had oatmeal earlier, but I need something meat-like. I don't eat meat. I said meat-like. I need some non-meat eats. So, oh boy. Okay, now where am I? Okay, we're coming to the end. Let's see. What's the next one on my thing here? Contacts. Okay, that's the contact information. Boom. What is that? Oh, okay. Yeah. Follow me. I almost forgot about that. Follow me on LinkedIn at Russell Edmond, Russell L. Edmond, EDMOND. And then IG, YouTube, Twitter. That's at Russell of Hotels. Okay. So Russell of Hotels for those. LinkedIn. I do have a company page, Russell of Hotels too. But the one you want is the personal, I guess it would be a personal page, which is Russell L. Edmond. And yeah, so there you go. So follow me on those things. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Although, if you don't subscribe, that's okay too. I'm still gonna put the videos out anyway. So there you go. And then, there you go, at Russell of Hotels. I guess I was supposed to do that a little sooner. Okay, but anyway. 4 things to ask yourself. Now, this is 4 things to ask yourself if you're, and I always kind of relate things to sales, right? Sales and marketing. So if you're a sales professional, if you're the marketing professional, these 4 things you should ask yourself always. And it's just surprises me that people don't, I don't know if they ask themselves, but they don't act on it like they should. Boom. There you go. So number 1, what is your brand doing to stay relevant? Okay, and I'm going to keep these up there. Normally, I zoom these out, okay, but I'm going to keep them up here for a second. So what is your brand doing to stay relevant? Number 2, and that's social media stuff. What are you doing? I mean, ask yourself, I don't know what you're doing, but you have to ask yourself these questions. What is your brand doing to stay relevant? Are you posting things? Are you meeting with a lot of people? You going to every trade show out there, known to man? What are you doing? Are you on TV? Are you on network TV? Are you on a radio show? I mean, what are you doing to stay relevant? These are all things, social media, every platform. Okay. Those are ways right there. Come on a radio show, come on a podcast. It doesn't have to be this one, but you can go on a podcast. People love people to come and talk about themselves, right? I love people to come on the show and talk about themselves. Okay. So please feel free. That same, information, how to get a hold of me, just email me, Russell at russellofhotels.com. If you want to come on the show and talk about your brand and talk about yourself, excuse me while I take a drink of water, you're more than welcome to. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about you. Let's brag about you. Okay, that's what it's about, right? So, because no one's going to know who you are unless you tell people. And how can you reach a lot of people at one time? I hate to keep saying it, people. Social media. Okay, so anyway, number 2, are you marketing differently or the same as before COVID, BC? Are you marketing differently or the same as before COVID? If you're saying, I'm marketing the same because, you know what, this COVID thing didn't do anything. I mean, we still got to go. Yeah, okay, whatever. You keep saying that and see the results that you get. So you got to be a little different. You got to be, I don't want to say more aggressive, but you got to be more creative about how you're reaching people, because people remember, I haven't mentioned this in a long time, but before COVID, people were on, social media, but now they're on it per person 9 more minutes looking at social media postings or whatever. Okay. So there's 9 more minutes. So if someone told you that, okay, people, just your average person is on social media 9 more minutes than normal, what would you do? What would you have some strategy to get? I would. Okay. That's why I'm on social media. When I heard that, I'm like, I've been doing the right thing, because no one wanted COVID to happen, but it did. Right. And you see how the people that have adapted to COVID, this whole situation, and have made more money. You have to take advantage of those situations. Okay. So if you know that everyone is on social media on an average of 9 more minutes than they were before COVID, then you need to be posting more stuff. Okay. I can't say any more about that, right? I forgot about that stat. So boom, there you go. Number 3, how are you connecting with your past or current clients / customers? What are you doing? How do they want to be communicated with? Do they want you to call them? Do they want you to email them, text them? DM them, slide in my DM and let me know what's going on with that meeting, I mean, what are you doing? I mean, people want to know. You need to ask people, what's the best way to communicate with you? Because you want people to answer you, right? You want people to see the stuff that you're sending out, and let people know that you have a social media page. When you're on your signature page, when you email someone, you need to have your little social media handles or whatever. Follow me on Instagram. That's what I would do. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure your stuff is right though, right? Don't be putting no BS on there. Is it a business page or is it a personal page, right? I would have 2 pages if I were you. One personal, one business. Mine is all in one because I don't be putting no crazy stuff out there. It's normally, I use the crazy stuff to put on Facebook. Okay. So all the crazy stuff or just say family related stuff, that all goes on, for the most part, goes on Facebook. The other stuff, like the non-meat eats, the hotels, all go on my Instagram page, right? Because you can go and look and see how many things that I've actually put that are not related to what I do, and that's either non-meat eats or hotels. It's hard to find anything in the past that had anything other to do with that, okay? So I'm very careful about how I do my postings or where I do my postings. But Facebook is like a free-for-all for me. Whatever, I'm going to put it there, okay? So there you go. So that's how I do it. But know how you're connecting and know how they want you to connect with them. Okay, that's the most important thing. So you have to know your clients, right? Gone are the days where you just, I think she or he does this or that. No, you need to know. And remember, a lot of our clients are getting a little younger. And so sliding in someone's DM, that may be what they want. They may want you to communicate with them, via DM me on Instagram. I don't know. And you won't know either until you ask. Okay. And don't assume. Okay. I know. No. Find out. That's what we do, right? We have to investigate. Number 4, what has this situation taught you? This whole COVID thing. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Better yourself, study more, do multiple things, get you a side hustle. I don't know. Whatever it's taught you, only you know the answer to these questions. I mean, I'm just posing them out there for you to have something to think about. Okay, so boom, there you go. Branding. What is branding? I've been on this branding kick lately because I don't think people know what the heck branding is for the most part, or they get it mixed up with sales. Branding is the process of giving a meaning to a specific organization, company, products, or services by creating and shaping a brand in the customer's mind. The objective is to attract and retain loyal customers and other stakeholders by delivering a product that is always aligned with the brand promises. A brand is essentially a promise a company makes to its customers. The purpose of branding in marketing is to establish trust within your consumers and create loyalty. Your brand not only gives your buyers a way to remember you, but it also creates an identity for your business and sets you apart from your competition. That's what you want. That's what branding does. Selling doesn't do that. Selling does not separate you from your competition, okay? So we need to be branding more. We need to, what do you stand for? What are you doing? Show things more than just your hotel, the interior of a hotel. Where are you located? What's the destination like? Okay, because people remember, a hotel's a byproduct of the destination. So show a little more of the destination that you're in, that your hotel is in, okay? What else is there to do? Because studies show that everyone's not going to eat in your restaurant. Although we always like to say in hotels, we got a great restaurant. Stay, eat in our restaurant. We always want to recommend our restaurant first, which that's what you should do. But studies tell you that they're going to go out for, I think, breakfast is the most utilized meal, right? So they'll eat in your restaurant, in the hotel restaurant for breakfast. But lunch and dinner, those are a crapshoot, right? More than likely, dinner is going to be somewhere else. Okay, so you need to let people know what's in the area. that's part of the brand. It's part of your brand. Your brand is in this. Okay, it's over here. What? Okay, we know you have a hotel, but what else is in that area? Okay, so that's part of the branding. Selling. Okay, wait a minute. I got to push this button first. Okay, what is selling? Okay, selling is a marketing function that involves determining client needs and wants and responding through planned, personalized communication that influences purchase decision and enhances future business opportunity. So that's what selling is, okay? So they're both functions of marketing, but they're both totally distinctive of each other. I mean, they're both different, okay? Selling is one thing, branding is something else. So, okay, so let's don't get those two. Some people think it's the same thing, but it's not. So there you go. So I'm gonna be bringing that up late. I'm gonna bring that up from now on, okay, just to let people know that there is a difference, because I just think, it is. And then people need to recognize, when is marketing about you? So when is marketing about you? I'm the marketer, okay? I'm the salesperson. When is marketing about you? Can somebody answer that question? It's never about you, okay? Remember that marketing is never about you, the person that's the marketer, okay? It's never about you, okay? So marketing is never about you. It begins with your audience and what they want. Once you know what your audience wants, connect them with the product or service in a way they want to receive it, okay? Just the same way as communication. What do people want? Find out. You have to research. You have to do your homework. People are not just going to come out and say, oh, this is what I want. This is how I want. This is how I want to receive it. It takes a little time sometimes. You have to study these groups. What do these groups want? We want this group. Well, what does that group want? What's important to that group? How do they want to be communicated to? How do they want to be sold to? You have to know those things, right? And you have to do things that the competition is not doing. Because I guarantee you, the competition is not taking these things and kind of analyzing, okay, branding. We're going to do more branding. We're going to do less selling. We're going to do more branding, because we're going to get this stuff out to people and see, so they see what we're all about. Right. So do we do that? No, we don't. We're more selling. That's why, hotel people, it says director of sales and marketing. They're more focused on the selling, less on the marketing. That's just how it is. I mean, just think about it. I mean, we put that sales first. So what are we doing? We know how to sell. Oh, heck yeah. But when COVID hits, what are we still doing? We revert to what we know, and that's selling. We're not marketing. Okay. It's the social media thing. Oh, someone else does that. Well, what are they doing? And how do you know it is working? You don't know that it's working. A lot of times we don't know who's doing it. So remember that, right? So that's where Russell of Hotels comes in to assist people that need some help, right? So, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Oh, maybe that didn't go with that. Okay, I'm sorry. Make this world a better world. Make this place a better world if you can. I don't know why that came in my head, but it just did. Okay, so reach out and touch me if you have any questions about how to market, brand, sell. Just reach out, okay? We're almost done, okay? So when we get to this part, we're almost done. So ROH, that stands for Russell of Hotels, the 3 Ps. Now, you guys may remember, I used to have 4 Ps, right? Now, I said, you know what? I'm getting rid of one of these P's, okay? I only need 3 P's. Purpose, passion, and perseverance, okay? Purpose, know why you're doing what you do, okay? Why does Russell of Hotels have this on air with Russell of Hotels? To reach hospitality professionals, to let them showcase what they do, to talk about themselves, to brag on themselves, okay? So it's a platform for the industry to talk about trends, talk about what's going on, sales related, marketing related. That's the purpose of On Air with Russell of Hotels. So if you want to come on and show what your purpose is, you come on and you can talk about that. Passion, either you have it or you don't. If you can't see that, I have passion for what I'm doing here. I mean, like I said, when I first started the show earlier today, I said, you know what? I can't wait. I can hardly wait until 1:00 on Tuesday, because it gives me a chance to talk about what's going on in the industry that's been dear to me for 25, 30 years. Okay. So, I mean, that's it. I have a passion for it. I can definitely say I have a passion for the hospitality space, and I know what's going on. Okay. So yes, I have a passion for it. So either you have it or you don't. So check yourself. Do you have a passion for what you're doing? If you don't, maybe you need to find something else. I'm just saying. Number 3, perseverance. Okay. Be consistent, continue to evolve. Don't give up, and swerve when you need to. Swerve replaces pivot. Swerve, you see it before it's coming and you swerve around it. Okay, I see this COVID thing coming. Well, let me make sure I got all my ducks in a row because it's going to be a long haul, right? So I'm swerving. Pivot, you're already in it. And So we don't use pivot on air with Russell Hotels. We swerve, okay? So know your 3 Ps, purpose, why you do what you do, passion, either you have it or you don't, 4, perseverance, continue to evolve, don't give up, and swerve when you need to. Okay. So that's it. That's all I got today. I thank you so much for joining On Air with Russell Hotels. This was show number 133. We'll be back next week for show number 134. I can't wait. You know what? I may do 134 right now. I don't know. No, I'm joking. But no, I appreciate you guys joining in, and I appreciate the comments. Robin, appreciate you joining in.
Thank you for
Ellen
joining
Red,
On Air with Russell of Hotels.
Lonnie.
Please tune in every Tuesday at
I do appreciate you guys doing. I do not take it lightly that people join in and add a little something to the podcast or the hotel show, hospitality show, whatever you want to call it. So, but anyway, you guys take care. Have a great week. Peace.
Until next time, try not to be a person of success. Rather, become a person of great value.